Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
LilyPad Septic, where we can get you a flush in a rush. This is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
Well, my yard feels like pudding. And the toilet's bubbling. It's not frozen anymore, but something's not right.
I bet it's the great thaw. Cole, we got another squishy.
I'm on it.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
Sir, the snow melt and rain has your ground saturated. And this tank, it was already borderline.
Borderline how?
Borderline should have pumped it last fall. Your drain field can't absorb anything right now. So when the ground fills up, it pushes right back.
And it's making my toilet gurgle?
Yep.
But it's not broken?
Not yet. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Come home safe, Flush.
Callie, we caught it early.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If your yard's squishy and your toilet's talking back,
call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
LilyPadSeptic.com.
Callie, give me a big old squishy.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more.
The following is an Eagle Media presentation. Sacred Heart Basketball is live. Welcome to the Sacred Heart Sports Network and Knights Basketball. Now let's go live to the gym for high school hoops right here on Salina Post Sports.
The sub-state semifinals move to boys action tonight. It's the same two teams that the girls played last night, but tonight it's the Sacred Heart boys playing host to the Bennington Bulldogs. A good evening to you from Sacred Heart High School. I'm Randy Gehring, and Annette Gehring's our statistician. Brian Denton, our producer today, as we bring you live video coverage of the sub-state semifinals. This is the sub-state 2 of the Berean Academy, or rather sub-state 1 of the Berean Academy sub-state, with the winner of tonight's game going to the sub-state championship, one win away from the state tournament after a win tonight, be that Bennington or Sacred Heart. So glad to have you along for our broadcast today. Two neighboring schools, just a 22-mile trip between the two campuses of Bennington High School and Sacred Heart High School. This one being played at the home of the higher-seeded team, that being the Sacred Heart Knights, who are 22-2 on the season and come in as the number 1 seed in the 16-team sub-state, which is then split into two different sub-states, this one being sub-state number 1. Tonight's coverage being brought to you in part courtesy of Kansas Bankers Technology, your trusted partner in bank-focused IT strategy and compliance. And also by Sage Products of Salina. They're your supplier for janitorial products for your business or home. From paper towels to soap and items from ceiling to floor, you can see the products from Sage. You can get the same home field advantage at your home or office by visiting SageSelects.com. We'll set up tonight's contest. Sacred Heart and Bennington in the sub-state semifinal. As we're back in 90 seconds, this is sub-state basketball on the Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
Lily Pad Septic, where we can get you a flush and a rush. This is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
Well, my yard feels like pudding, and the toilet's bubbling. It's not frozen anymore, but something's not right.
I bet it's the great thaw. Cole, we got another squishy.
I'm on it.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
Sir, the snow melt and rain has your ground saturated. And this tank, it was already borderline.
Borderline how?
Borderline should have pumped it last fall. Your drain field can't absorb anything right now. So when the ground fills up, it pushes right back.
And it's making my toilet gurgle?
Yep.
But it's not broken?
Not yet. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Come home safe, Flush.
Callie, we caught it early.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If your yard's squishy and your toilet's talking back,
call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
LilyPadSeptic.com. Callie, give me a big old squishy.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
These two teams qualified for tonight's game with wins on Friday night, but entirely different routes to the victory in the two games. For the Sacred Heart Knights, they coasted over Belle Plaine 78-29. But for the Bennington Bulldogs, they come in as the 9 seed, so they were actually the slight underdog in the 8-9 game against Inman. But the Bulldogs prevailed in that one in a thriller, 39-38. That avenged a 50-43 overtime loss to Inman in the regular season. For the Bulldogs, it's kind of been 500 ball all season long. They'd win one, lose one, win a couple, lose a couple. And they're 6-4 in their last 10 games coming into today's sub-state semifinal. As for the Sacred Heart Knights, they are the number 4 ranked team in Class 2A by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association, and as we mentioned, the number 1 seed in the sub-state. Their only losses this year come to Moundridge, the number 3 team in Class 2A. That was on January 23rd in a 64-41 loss to the Wildcats. And they lost to Holcomb, the number 5 team in Class 3A. That's a closer game, 56-49. Those were the only 2 losses. The Knights started out with 13 wins in a row. They've finished up the regular season and the early part of the postseason, winning 9 of their last 10 basketball games. Fans, don't forget to check out our Salina Post Facebook page and S-Post Sports on Twitter throughout the season and postseason to see video highlights from all around the area. It's proudly presented by the Billings Group. The Billings Group, proud to be a part of our video stream. And the official apparel provider for the Salina Post sports teams is Messenger Total Promotions. See them in downtown Salina for local high school swag like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more. They can custom make anything and also have school items for your car. Messenger Total Promotions in Salina, Minneapolis, and in Junction City. Well, this is a great sub-state. The whole 16-team sub-state includes 4 of the top 5 ranked teams in the state of Kansas. Now, we've been split into 2 sub-states, and out of those 16 teams, 2 teams will represent at the state basketball tournament next week. But that means that 2 of the 4 of the top 5 teams in the state will not be in the state basketball tournament. I should say at least 2 of the 3. All 4 of the teams are still alive as we play sub-state basketball today. Classical School of Wichita participating in this half of the sub-state as today they take on Solomon. Berean Academy is in the other half of the sub-state. They take on Conway Springs. And this evening in Moundridge takes on Republic County. So a power-packed sub-state. We'll see which teams prevail and make it to the state basketball tournament. This is your pregame show as we get ready for sub-state semifinals. The Sacred Heart Knights and the Bennington Bulldogs. We're back in 90 seconds. This is sub-state basketball on the Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Sacred Heart girls, big win last night. They advanced to the finals of the sub-state at Berean Academy, and their assignment is complete now. The gals will be taking on Conway Springs in the sub-state championship game. 6 o'clock tip-off on Friday at Berean Academy, and look for the live stream right here on Salina Post. Congratulations to the Sacred Heart girls as they make it to the sub-state championship game and will be taking on Conway Springs in that sub-state title game. Conway Springs defeating homestanding Berean Academy to get to the title contest. So Conway Springs and Sacred Heart Friday at 6 o'clock at Berean Academy. We'll see if the boys, Sacred Heart, will be able to join the gals for the weekend in Elbing, as they would play on Saturday. The winner of this game, the Sacred Heart Knights or the Bennington Bulldogs, they will be representing Sub-State 1 and the title game against either the Classical School of Wichita or the Solomon Gorillas. That will be the Saturday game. And again, times will be determined depending on who has to travel from where for that sub-state game. Again, the Bennington Bulldogs, as the 9 seed in the tournament, had to go to Inman on Friday, winning a tight one, 39-38 over the Teutons to make it to this game. Meanwhile, the Sacred Heart Knights on this home floor coasted to a 78-29 win over winless Belle Plaine in the quarterfinal games. These two teams met in last year's semifinal game, with the Bennington Bulldogs winning that one before losing to Salina in the finals of the sub-state. Sacred Heart Knights, Bennington Bulldogs. Ought to be a dandy. We're looking forward to bringing you the coverage of this one on the Salina Post. Back in 90 seconds, let's just go with the starting lineups coming up next. This is Sub-State Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Here are your starting lineups for tonight's semifinal championship game for the Bennington Bulldogs. They'll start with Isaiah Garrett, a 6'2 senior, averaging 14 points a game. He's the team's leading scorer. Aiden Lewandowski wears number 2. He's a 5'10 junior, second leading scorer, averaging 11 points per ball game, along with 4 rebounds. Cole Casper wears number 4 for the Bulldogs. He's a 5'10 junior, where scores 3 points per game. Cade Laws, a 6'4 junior, wears number 5 for Bennington. He's averaging 3 points and 6 rebounds a night. And rounding out the starting lineup, Derek Kendall, a 6' sophomore. Kendall averaging 5 points, 4 rebounds a night for the Bulldogs under Coach Curtis Pickering. They are wearing their traveling black uniforms with green numerals trimmed in gold. For the Sacred Heart Knights, they'll be starting number 1, Noah Hines, a 6'1 junior, averaging a little over 11 points per ball game. Luke Coland is a 5'9 senior. He's averaging 6 points per ball game, shooting 40% behind the three-point arc. And Will Tuttle, a 6'4 senior. He's made over 50 threes this year, averaging 41%. And shooting is averaging 16.5 points per ball game, along with 6.5 rebounds. Maddox Wells is a 5'8 junior. He's averaging 7.7 points per ball game. And rounding out the starting lineup, Benjamin Disbarger. He's a 6'3 senior, averaging 4.7 points per evening for the Sacred Heart Knights under Coach Brian Gormley. Knights wearing their home white uniforms. Light gold numerals trimmed in black. Bulldogs and the Knights break the huddle at about the same time. Knights the number 1 seed in the sub-state. They had the best record of everybody, highest winning percentage. A couple of teams with 2 losses, but the Knights had more wins. Derek Kendall steps in the center circle alongside Benjamin Disbar. The tip is up and controlled in the backcourt by the Bulldogs. Game on, semifinals of the sub-state basketball tournament. The winner plays for a chance to go to the state tournament. The loser checks in their jerseys for the season. Three-pointer on the way, right through the cords for Cole Casper. Into the front court come the Knights. Down in the corner, they throw the ball away just off the fingertips of Will Tuttle. Pass a bit strong from Maddox Wells. And the Bulldogs get the basketball back. Garrett will bring it up the floor against Niles. Hines, that is. There's a near steal. Now we're going to have a foul, and the foul will go against the Bulldogs. Isaiah Garrett picks up his first personal, trying to get the ball after the turnover. Into the front court on the dribble. They go inside to Tuttle. Tuttle double teamed. Down into the corner. Three-pointer on the way from the right wing is a bit short. Rebound pulled down by Laws for Bennington. Garrett into the front court. Working on the wing is Casper. Back to Garrett. Garrett steps back for a three, leaves it off, offensive rebound. Ball's tipped around but controlled. Now Garrett down the lane, puts it up, missed the shot, gets the rebound, does Tuttle. Quickly up the floor, long pass ahead, layup at the other end for Noah Hines is good for two. 3-2 lead Bennington. About a minute and a half into the basketball game. The two number ones doing battle in the middle of the floor. That's going to be fun to watch all night long. On the far side, Kendall. Drives around a screen. Back up top, Laws. Casper at the top. Pulls up. Too strong. Rebound tipped around. Offensive rebound. Three-pointer. Rims off. This time Hines has the rebound for Sacred Heart. Hines quickly up the floor. Leaves it in the corner. Turning down the three. Driving the basket is Maddox. He'll be fouled as he weaves through traffic. Foul will go on Cole Casper. Will be his first personal foul. Team foul number 2, so it'll be ball out of bounds on the common foul. Coland will toss it in. Three-pointer, Tuttle. Good. Will Tuttle puts the Knights ahead. Bulldog basketball on their offensive end. Another three-pointer on the way. That one spins off. Rebound to Hines. Hines rushes up the floor, lobs it ahead. Tuttle off the window. Got it. Give the assist to Noah Hines. It's a 7-3 lead for the Knights. Down in the corner. Go inside to Lewandowski. Swinging around the perimeter. Ball in the hands of Laws up top. Far side, Casper. There's Garrett. Three-pointer right wing, too strong. Ball's tipped around and controlled by Hines. Hines ahead to Tuttle. Tuttle takes it to the basket. Did he step on the sideline? I think that's what happened. And that during our status, no, it's an offensive foul. Offensive foul against Maddox Wells. Wells will pick up his first personal foul. And we have timeout on the floor. 7-3, Sacred Heart with the lead, 4:23 to go in quarter number 1. Back in 60 seconds, this is Sub-State Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Bennington basketball out of the timeout as Garrett brings it into the front court. Double teamed, gets rid of it. Jackson Kidd checked into the lineup at the break for Bennington. He has the ball there on the baseline. In the paint, off the window, spins off, rebound out of bounds. He'll stay with the Bulldogs. Slapping the ball. Lewandowski way up high with the inbounds pass. Casper back to Garrett. Man-to-man defensively are the Knights. Garrett in the middle of the paint has the ball stripped away. Disberger comes up with a loose rock. Hines down the line, feeds inside, the layup is good by Disberger. Don Matucci checked into the lineup at the last break for the Knights. He's working up top there against Kendall. Now we have a foul underneath on the rebound. Give him credit for the rebound. Foul will go against Noah Hines. It'll be his first. Be ball out of bounds on the restart here. Bulldog basketball. In traffic, can't finish. Long three on the way, spins around, bounces off, and the rebound pulled down. Bulldogs hit their first shot of the game, a three-pointer. They've missed the last 9. Meanwhile, at the other end, a three-pointer is good for Noah Hines. He has 5 on the day. It's a 10-0 run. It's a 12-0 run for the Knights. Bulldogs setting up their offense, and now a 5-second count. That'll be a turnover against the Bulldogs. Dribbling up top, closely guarded, the parking meter went off. Matucci walking into the front court for the Knights. Bulldogs picking up man-to-man across the floor. Tuttle at the arc. Leaves it in the corner. Hines will penetrate. He'll force up the shot, leaves it short. Garrett with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs swinging around to the far side, into the hands of Casper. Now underneath Garrett, jump shot good. That breaks a long drought there, and timeout taken by Coach Gromley. Sacred Heart will take a 30-second timeout with just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Our opportunity to remind you that Salina Regional Health Center is one of our sponsors, and they are hiring. Come see all the open positions and start your new career today with Salina Regional by visiting srch.com. And this broadcast presented in part by Kansas Bankers Technologies, aligning technology, compliance, and community banking. That's Kansas Bankers Technology. We thank them and all of our sponsors that make our broadcasts and video streams possible here on Salina Post. 12-5 is the lead for the Sacred Heart Knights. Just under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. I'm Randy Gehring, Brian Dennett, our producer of the video stream today on Salina Post. DiMucci now on the far side. Back up top, Tuttle with a 3, bottom of the net. Tuttle with his 8th point. Back to a 10-point buffer for the Knights. On the near side, Kendall. Back up top, that's Laws. Down in the corner is Lewandowski. Comes back to Garrett. Garrett gets it back on the right wing. Skip pass through the hands and out of bounds. Derek Kendall couldn't control it. Maddox Wells back in the lineup. Wells will check in for Noah Hines. Oh, we mentioned the dry spell for Bennington, hitting their first one, then missing the next 9 before hitting another field goal. Meanwhile, the Sacred Heart Knights are 6 out of 8 from the floor here with 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Matucci on the dribble, down in the corner. Wells for 3, leaves that one short. Rebound picked off by Cade Laws to Bennington. Garrett dribbles into the front court. Tuttle picks him up. Right wing with the basketball. Three-pointer on the way, launched and good by Lewandowski. Aiden Lewandowski with his first points of the night. Dribbling in traffic, the ball's loose. A reach-in foul will be called. Luke Coland was expecting the foul call a little earlier. Jackson Kidd picks up his first personal foul, team foul number 3. Ball out of bounds for the Knights underneath their own basket. Tuttle for 3, off the inbounds pass, no good. Long rebound pulled down by Lewandowski. He dribbles into the offensive end, keeps the dribble alive, now gives to Garrett. Garrett and Tuttle, that's going to be a battle to watch tonight too. Three-pointer launch bounces out, nice box out there by Luke Coland. Into the front court, final seconds, driving to the basket, putting up the shot. A foul will be called with 0.7 of a second, and free throws will be coming here. The foul will go on Jackson Kidd. That'll be his second personal foul. Free throws coming for Luke Coland. Coland took quite a hit. He walked around a little bit trying to clear the cobwebs. Left that one a little bit short on his first free throw of the night. Second toss coming for Coland. On the way, that one spins out. Rebound pulled down. The rebound will give credit on the defensive rebound to the Bennington Bulldogs. And with that, the final half the second rolls off the clock. 1 quarter in the books, 15-8. Sacred Heart has the lead. Back in 60 seconds, this is Sub-State Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
At Sacred Heart High School, I'm Randy Gearing. Brian Dennett is our producer, Annette Gearing our statistician. Thanks for joining us. And a special thanks to Dental Care of Salina, proudly supporting the Sacred Heart Knights. They're at 700 Front Street in Salina. And Schilling Aviation Services, providing aircraft maintenance, aircraft rental, and flight instruction to some of our great sponsors of the video stream of Sub-State Basketball from Sacred Heart High School. Knights basketball to start the second quarter with a 15-8 advantage. High post, Disberger gives the ball back. Now down in the corner, three-pointer on the way, spins off. Rebound tipped out long, but they're going to get Disberger reaching over the back. And on Disberger, that'll be his first personal foul. Slowly into the front court comes Garrett. Ball comes near side. Up top in the hands of Lewandowski. Garrett near the logo. Lewandowski on the right wing. Looks inside. Count is on him. He'll drive. Picks up his dribble. Pass inside, taken away by Hines. Hines down the floor. He'll take it to the rack. Missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs quickly up the court. Kendall drives to the basket, lays it up, scores a basket and one. The foul will be on Disberger, and that'll be his second personal foul. I'll bring Will Tuttle quickly back in the lineup. Tuttle will check in for Disberger. 1 minute gone in the second quarter. For the extra point, Derek Kendall got it. Kendall completes the three-point play. Makes it 15-11. Hines on the far side. Matucci. Also in the lineup, Colton Sprague sees his first action in the middle of the lane. Shot falls short. Wells falls to the floor, doesn't get the call. Here come the Bulldogs. On the far side, Kendall has Matucci guarding him. Up top is Laws. Now Casper. Casper to the free throw line, looking for help. Trying to scoop it up. Nicely blocked there by Sprague. And the ball will go out of bounds. Last touch by a Bulldog. 4-point lead. Sacred Heart with the basketball. Matucci gives it off to Tuttle. Tuttle, long three-pointer, perfect. Tuttle with 11 of the 18 for the Bulldogs. For the Knights. Garrett on the dribble up high. Now down in the corner. Three-pointer from the far corner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Sprague. Sprague outlets the basketball to Coland. Coland gives it back to Hines. Now Sprague. Free throw line jumper. Good. 6-foot freshman Colton Sprague has his first two of the night. 22-11 our score. Approaching the 5-minute mark of the first half. Nice drive to the basket but can't finish. Hines with a rebound. Hines has been working the boards tonight. Looks for help. Finds a guy wearing white into the front court. Coland on the dribble. Back to Hines. Back to Coland. Drives the baseline. Ball's knocked away but controlled. Now driving to the basket. Laying it in is Colton Sprague. See, parted for Sprague, and he went right down the middle to the hoop. Puts the Knights up by 11. There's the ball tipped away and another takeaway by the Knights. Matucci leaves it for Tuttle. Spins to the basket. Miss. Gets it back. Follows. Scores. A 9-0 run for the Knights since the 7-minute mark. So 2.5 minutes here putting that run together. Bulldogs working in the offensive end. Double team on Garrett, gets it off to Casper. Down underneath, jump shot, rattles off by Cade Laws. Another rebound for Knights, another three-pointer. That one is a bit short. And the ball's taken away by D'Amici. D'Amici to Tuttle, down the lane, lays it in. Finger rolls for Will Tuttle. Tuttle almost at his season average. And we have a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Pickering. 3:45 to go in the first half of action. Sacred Heart 26, the Bennington Bulldogs 11. Today's coverage brought to you in part by Twin Valley Schools. Small classes, big opportunities. Twin Valley Schools in Bennington and Tescott. And Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors, your partner in planning for the future with insurance planning and wealth management. And we say thanks to Aeroplanes Phase 2 Homes. They're now available, and join them for an open house on Sunday from 1 to 2. They'll be showing all three floor plans. Don't miss it out. This open house is Sunday from 1 to 2. Learn more by visiting aeroplanesks.com. And don't forget that open house to see them in person on Sunday from 1 to 2. 3:45 to go in the first half, 26-11. The lead for the Sacred Heart Knights. Into the front court on the dribble is Garrett. Double team, gets it off, driving to the basket, and nice shot there. A good little floater by Jackson Kidd. And now what do we have? A technical foul. A technical foul. Was called on Jackson Kidd. So Kidd will pick up his third personal foul. As the technical is called, he must have said something walking down the floor. So now Noah Hines will go to the free throw line and shoot two. First one he hits. Second toss coming. On the way, and that one is good. Hines goes 2 for 2 on the technicals. Makes it 28-13. Knights will get the basketball after the technical. Wells brings it into the front court. Leaves it in the corner, Matucci. Matucci drives. He'll force up the shot and get it. Down Matucci with his first 2. And the Knights continue to stretch it out here in the second half of the second quarter. Casper at the top, leaves it on the far side, goes inside, ball's tipped away. Hines with a steal, quickly ahead, into the hands of Wells. Wells off the window, leaves it short, gets it back, and loses it. Now we'll go the other way. 1 on 3. Garrett off the window, no. Ball tipped around. Wells has it, ahead to Hines. We run the other way. Hines leaves it on the wing. Now back to Wells, drives to the basket. He'll be fouled, hits the ground hard, but is pulled up by Derek Kendall. The foul will go against Kendall, be his first. I think Kendall knew he fouled him hard, but it was just a good basketball move, and back to the free throw line will go Maddox Wells. Wells' first free throw was good. Wells just a 59% free throw shooter, made that one look good. Ben Mars sees his first action. Second free throw also good. Will Tuttle checks back into the lineup after a brief break. 32-13 the advantage with 2.5 to go in the first half. Advantage Sacred Heart. Kendall the basketball up high. Now on the right wing. Down in the corner is Kendall. Here's the ball off to Casper. Casper will put up a baseline jumper and get it. Cole Casper with 5 first half points. Quickly down the floor are the Knights. Colin with a nice jump stop into the middle of the paint. Drops it in for his first 2 of the night. 34-15 advantage Sacred Heart. On the right wing, down the corner, Garrett. Garrett pulls up, he'll take the mid-range jumper, lays on the rim, falls off. Rebound claimed by Mars. Matuski down in the corner, brings it back up top. Tuttle gives it on left wing to Hines, back to the top. Matuski will be bumped there. Foul will be called on Lewandowski. That'll be the first on Lewandowski, just the third of the quarter, so it'll be ball out of bounds for the Knights underneath their own basket. Matuski will throw it in. Still looking. Now he'll lob it for Tuttle, who goes to retrieve it near the midcourt stripe. Hines to the baseline, got it. Hines with 9 in the first half. So we approach a 1-minute mark in the first half. Coming up, our Salina Ortho halftime report. Ball on the floor. We're going to have a foul against the Knights here. Foul will go on Luke Colin. That'll be his first. Third team foul, so no shots here. Colton Sprague back in the lineup. Inbounds pass comes high. Now they try to go back inside, taken away. Another Bulldog turnover, their 9th of the first half. Up top, Colin turns down the 3, leaves it for Tuttle. Now Sprague. Sprague dumps in the corner. Back on the wing, Matuski. He'll drive, leaves it off. This time it's Colin with the basketball. It lays on the rim and drops through the twine. Luke Colin with his 4th point. At the top, Garrett down in the corner. 3-pointer on the way, just a bit short. Rebound cleared by Tuttle. Long pass ahead, right in stride. Layup at the other end, rolls off. Rebound pulled down. Here come the Bulldogs running the other way. 4-on-2, they lay it up. Missed the shot, but a foul will be called on Will Tuttle as he fouled Isaiah Garrett hard. Tuttle will invest his first personal foul and make Garrett earn it at the free throw line, 15 feet away instead of 2 feet away. Garrett will shoot free throws. First one on the way, good. Disberger and Wells back in the lineup for the Knights. 10 seconds left here in the first half. Second free throw on the way, too strong. Offensive rebound though. Underneath, shot put up, bounces off, and the rebound pulled down by the Knights. Long three-pointer just ahead of the buzzer, bounces off the rim, and we go to the locker room with a 38-16 halftime lead for the Sacred Heart Knights. Sub-state semifinals, it's Sacred Heart 38, Bennington 16. The Salina Ortho halftime show begins now on the Sub-State basketball from the Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maori.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
This is the Salina Ortho halftime report on our Salina Post video stream of Sub-State basketball featuring the Sacred Heart Knights and the Bennington Bulldogs. Our coverage is also a presentation of Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Lily Pad Septic, Commercial Tire Center, Smart Insurance, Vernon Jewelers, and Salina Regional Health Center's career area. Well, a big second quarter for the Sacred Heart Knights as they outscore the Bulldogs 23-8 in the quarter to take a 38-16 advantage at the intermission. It was 15-8 at the first quarter break. A three-point play, a basket, and an extra point made it 15-11 a minute into the second quarter. That was the beginning of a big run. Let's see here. It'll be a 17-2 run for the Sacred Heart Knights before Bennington would score again with a little over 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Again, our halftime score 38-16. The advantage belongs to the Sacred Heart Knights. Our basketball coverage from this Sub-State tournament is brought to you today by A.J. Honey Farms, Dan Goebel at Salina Homes, Kansas Bankers Technologies, also Hire Scott Mortuary, APAC Shears, Maori Women's Clinic, the Salina Regional Health Center Careers, Vernon Jewelers, and Smart Insurance. There's some of the people making our broadcast coverage possible here on the Salina Post. We'll take a look at the facts and stats on this first half of action when we come back in 90 seconds. This is Sub-State basketball on the Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
Hoop, there it is. March is the time to make a winning play at Vernon Jewelers in Salina. Celebrate March basketball with all hoop earrings 20% off. The perfect way to score big on timeless style. From stunning diamond hoops to gold classics, custom designs, and expert repairs, Vernon Jewelers has been helping families mark life's biggest moments. Follow Vernon Jewelers on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and discounts. Look for the iconic downtown sign, serving you for 142 years, because we're not old, we're just really good at what we do.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
The Salina Ortho halftime report continues on our live video stream on Salina Post. You're watching this stream courtesy in part of Kansas Bankers Technologies, your trusted partner in bank-focused IT strategies and compliance, and by Sage Products of Salina. They're your supplier of janitorial products for your business and home. From paper towels to soap and items from ceiling to floor, you can see the products from Sage. You can get the same home field advantage at your home or office by visiting sageselects.com. Well, statistician Annette Gearing hands over her stat sheet at halftime. The first thing that jumps out to me is the teams have relatively the same number of shots from the floor, 28 for Sacred Heart, 24 for Bennington, so a slight advantage to Sacred Heart. But look at the makes, 9 more makes for Sacred Heart than Bennington. 15 of 28 for the Knights, 54% shooting, 6 of 24 for the Bulldogs. That is 25% shooting. Not a lot of free throws. Both teams at 67%, 2 of 3 for Bennington, 4 of 6 for the Sacred Heart Knights. Turnover numbers favor the Sacred Heart Knights. They have forced 9 turnovers of the Bulldogs, while the Knights have turned the ball over 3 times. Not many offensive rebounds for Sacred Heart, but when you shoot 54%, you don't have many chances at offensive rebounds. 2 offensive, 13 defensive rebounds, so 15 total at the intermission. 13 total rebounds for Bennington, 10 of those defensive, and 3 of those are offensive rebounds at the intermission. Taking a look at your scorebook, first for the Bennington Bulldogs at the break, Cole Casper has 5 points, 3 for Isaiah Garrett, 3 for Derek Kendall. 2 points, also 3 for Aiden Lewandowski, 2 points for Jackson Kidd in the first half. I mentioned Cole Casper, didn't I? I think so. He's leading the way with 5 points at the intermission. So everybody that played, Cade Laws played in the contest but did not score in the first half. For the Sacred Heart Knights, they're led at the break by Will Tuttle with 15 first half points. Noah Hines with 9. 2 points from Dom Matucci. 2 points from Maddox Wells. 2 points for Benjamin Disbarger and 4 points for Colton Sprague. Ben Mars got a few minutes in the first half but did not score in the contest. 15-8, Sacred Heart led it at the half, but a big second quarter balloons the advantage for the Knights to 38-16 as we get ready to start the second half of action. This has been the Salina Ortho halftime report. Second half action coming up in 90 seconds. This is Sub-State Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Thanks for being a part of our live stream today from Sub-State Semifinals. At Sacred Heart High School, the Knights hosting the Bennington Bulldogs. Two schools just 22 miles apart, making for a pretty full house here at Sacred Heart High School. I'm Randy Gearing, and Ed Gearing is our statistician. Brian Dennett, our producer today. Our broadcast brought to you in part by the Billings Group. Fans, don't forget to check out the Salina Post Facebook page and S-Post Sports on Twitter throughout the postseason for video highlights from around the area. Proudly presented by the Billings Group. Also, our thanks to Messenger Total Promotions, the official apparel provider for Salina Post sports teams. Their Messenger Total Promotions, see them downtown Salina for local high school swag like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more. They can custom make anything, also have school items for your car. Messenger Total Promotions in Salina, Minneapolis, and in Junction City. Set to go the second half of action. It'll be Bennington basketball out of bounds. Garrett brings it into the front court for the Bulldogs, who find themselves down 38-16 starting the second half. Garrett spots up, leaves it short. Rebound pulled down by Noah Hines. Hines outlets the basketball, left wing. Driving to the basket, Wells with a floater for two. Garrett into the front court for the Bulldogs. Now Lewandowski at the top, back to Garrett down low, off the window, good. Isaiah Garrett with his fifth point. He's averaging 14 a game. Down the floor into the corner, turning down the three. Cohen leaves it back. Tuttle will not turn down the three. He'll gun another one. Will Tuttle with 18. Makes it 43-18, a minute into the second half. Lewandowski feeds near side to Laws. Laws back to Lewandowski. He'll gun for three. Swish. Lewandowski with his second tray of the day. 43-21 advantage. Sacred Heart driving the baseline. In traffic, looking for help. Back on the wing. Hines, he's open. He'll shoot a three. He'll hit it. Noah Hines with a dozen. Garrett into the front court. Leaves it off for Casper. Now up top, Lewandowski. Kendall on the far side. Passing around the perimeter. Knights playing man-to-man. But are sagging in the middle. Now we have a holding foul against the Knights. That's underneath the basket. Let's see which Knight got ticketed there. It'll be Will Tuttle. It'll be his second personal foul. Only foul trouble, Jackson Kidd, who has three. Tuttle now with two. Disberger with two personal fouls. So that might be a bit of a concern for Coach Gormley with both of the bigs with two fouls. Garrett lays it on the rim and it drops through. Isaiah Garrett with 4 quick points in the second half. Tuttle outside the arc. Feeds down low, leaning in. Basket good and one. Luke Coland. All 5'9" of them taking it down with a big trees in there. Got it in and got the foul. Foul on Jackson McDowell. He sees his first action and picks up the foul. Free throw is good by Coland. 49-23 advantage. Garrett dribbles in the front court for the Bulldogs. Down in the corner, Lewandowski. He'll gun for three. Bounces off. Rebound pulled down by Tuttle. Quickly passing ahead. Driving to the basket. Offensive foul. Lewandowski got back and took the charge. Foul will go on Maddox Wells, his second. Sprague into the lineup for the Knights. Cole Casper back in for the Bulldogs. Bulldog basketball, 5:15 to go in the third quarter. 49-23 advantage, Sacred Heart. Garrett spots up, jumper, dances around, falls out. Rebound pulled down by Sprague. Long pass ahead to Colin. Colin pulls it back. Tuttle. He'll gun the three-pointer. Bounces off. Long rebound tipped out to Matucci. He'll shoot for three and get it. Matucci with the second chance points there. Makes it 52-23. Kendall up top. Leaves it off for Casper. And swinging around the perimeter. Back to Kendall. Garrett will drive, stops, he'll be fouled. Garrett, the 6'2 senior, he is the only senior on the roster, so look for these Bulldogs to be hanging around. Matucci picks up his first personal foul, team foul number 3 on the Knights here in the second half. Lewandowski will throw it in. Garrett has it on the left wing. Swing it around the perimeter. Ball's loose on the floor, another takeaway for the Knights. Matucci rushes up the floor. Feeds in the corner, three-pointer. Sprague, short. Rebound, pulled down by the Bulldogs. That's Kendall, Derek Kendall, a sophomore, with a nice rebound there. Lewandowski, Casper, and Laws are juniors. Kidd and Kendall are sophomores, and McDowell, a freshman, seeing action for the Bulldogs. Down into the corner, they try to go inside. Triple teamed is Lewandowski. The shot's blocked away. And will give the rebound to the Knights. Quickly up the floor, as usual, come the Knights. Sprague goes back up top. That's Hines. Down on the corner. Turnover there. He's trying to make a little pocket pass. Now the ball's loose on the floor, and we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Pickering, and he'll take a full timeout. 3:17 to play in the third quarter. Sacred Heart 52, Bennington 23. Back in 60 seconds. This is Sub-State basketball on Salina Post, presented by the Bennington State Bank.
Lily Pad Septic, where we can get you a flush in a rush. This is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
Well, my yard feels like pudding, and the toilet's bubbling. It's not frozen anymore, but something's not right.
I bet it's the Great Thaw. Cole, we got another squishy.
I'm on it.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
Sir, the snow melt and rain has your ground saturated. And this tank, it was already borderline.
Borderline how?
Borderline should have pumped it last fall. Your drain field can't absorb anything right now. So when the ground fills up, it pushes right back.
And it's making my toilet gurgle?
Yep.
But it's not broken?
Not yet. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Come home safe, Flush.
Callie, we caught it early.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If your yard's squishy and your toilet's talking back,
call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
LilyPadSeptic.com.
Callie, give me a big old squishy.
Bennington coach Curtis Pickering taking a timeout to save the possession. Bulldogs will get the basketball. Garrett into the front court. Casper now Lewandowski. Baseline jumper on the way. Bounces off. Colin with a rebound for Sacred Heart. Inside 3 minutes to play in the third. Sprague tosses up one that wasn't very close. And away with the rebound are the Bulldogs. Driving hard to the basket, but losing the basketball is Cole Casper. And now we have a foul. Foul will be on Casper as he tried to reach in after losing the basketball. Team foul number 2 against the Bulldogs here in the second half. Maddox Wells slowly into the offensive end. Beats the 10-second count. Now sets the offense. Disberger at the high post. Back to Wells. Down in the corner. Sprague turns down the three. Leaves it for Hines. He'll take the three-pointer. Spins off. Rebound pulled down by Garrett. Garrett for the Bulldogs. Into the offensive end. Another three-pointer launched by the Bulldogs. That's a bit short by Cole Casper. Ball taken away. Driving to the basket, and now we're going to have an offensive foul called on Lewandowski. Lewandowski, after he made the steal on the baseline, drove the baseline and ran into one of the Knights. Inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Down the lane, ball's tipped away, but controlled by Disberger. Now lost. It's a turnover for the Knights. Garrett into the front court. Stops at the free throw line, leaves it on the near side, Kendall. Back up top, Casper gets it inside to Garrett. He'll take it to the rack and lay it in. Isaiah Garrett with his 9th point of the day. 52-25, numbers reversed on the scoreboard. And now we have a timeout by Sacred Heart. Coach Gormley unhappy about something with his team, and it will be a full timeout. 1:16 to go in the third. It's 52-25. Sacred Heart has the advantage. This back in 60 seconds on Sub-State Basketball in the Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Sacred Heart basketball after Coach Gormley took the timeout. Into the front court, Wells leaves it back to Hines. Hines, Sprague, now Tuttle. Tuttle at the free throw line, spins on Garrett, draws a personal foul. And will go to the free throw line on Isaiah Garrett, his 2nd personal foul. Coverage of the Sub-State Basketball Tournament brought to you by Dental Care of Salina and proudly supporting the Sacred Heart Knights at 700 Front Street in Salina. First free throw just crawls over the rim for Will Tuttle and his 19th point of the night. Our coverage also service of Schilling Aviation Services. providing aircraft maintenance, aircraft rentals, and flight instruction. Tuttle goes 2 for 2 at the stripe, makes it 54-25. Sacred Heart advantage, inside a minute to play in the third. A lob at the high post, give it back to Garrett. Steps back for a three, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Disberger. Disberger outlets to Tuttle. Both of the bigs playing now for Sacred Heart. Sprague at the top, hands the ball off to Wells, who brings it back to the center circle. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. The Knights may choose to try to hold for one here. Well, unless a three-pointer pops up, an opportunity for a three, you know they'll take that. Clock down to 18 seconds. And dribbling out front is Wells as he gets space. Now, with 7 seconds, dumps underneath. What an assist from Wells. He ran the clock down inside 5 seconds. A long shot from midcourt doesn't go. Will Tuttle gets the two-point basket just ahead of the buzzer, and we go to the third quarter huddle. It's Sacred Heart 56, Bennington 25. Back in 60 seconds, this is Sub-State Basketball presented by Bennington State Bank.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Courtside at Sacred Heart High School, this is a Sub-State semifinal. I'm Randy Gehring. Brian Dennett is our producer, Annette Gehring our statistician. Our coverage today brought to you in part by Twin Valley Schools, small classes, big opportunities. Twin Valley Schools in Bennington and Tescott. And also brought to you by Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors, your partner in planning for the future with insurance planning and wealth management. There's a turnover on the initial possession. Garrett, now we have a turnover going the other way. Matucci gets it off, gets it back, turns down the three, leaves it in the corner. Sprague at the free throw line, spins, leans in, left-handed shot, rolls off, tip try no good. Rebound to the Bulldogs. Slowly into the front court, Cade Laws now gives it back to Isaiah Garrett. So we mentioned Garrett, the only senior on the Bennington roster. Up top, Laws, back to Garrett. Matucci guarding Garrett. Three-pointer, Lewandowski right side, no good. Rebound tipped out to Disberger by Wells. Now Wells gets it back. Near side, Matucci. Back up top to Wells. Leaves it on the baseline, underneath the basket. Shot forced up there by Sprague, won't go, and a rebound pulled down by Cade Laws. Bennington into the front court. Ball will come near side. And there will be a lean-in foul. Don Matucci will pick up his second personal foul, team foul number 1. The 31-point margin. We have a running clock here in the fourth quarter of this Sub-State semifinal. Lewandowski gets it into Casper. Lewandowski back on the other side. Underneath, shot goes up, won't go in for Jackson Kidd, but he draws a personal foul. Foul will go on Colton Sprague. That'll be his first personal foul. 2 tosses for Jackson Kidd. First one on the way, good. Second toss on its way. 2 for 2 for Jackson Kidd. He has 4 on the evening. Knights in the offensive end. Wells had the ball, bobbled it, lost it, turnover. Turnover number 9 on the day for the Sacred Heart Knights. Pick and roll there by Lewandowski. Has the ball stripped out of his hands. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Lewandowski lobs in the paint, gets it into Kendall, tries to give it back. Ball's loose on the floor. Coming up with it is Kendall, who lays it in for 2. Kendall has his 5th. 56-29. Sacred Heart with the lead and the basketball. And there will be a blocking foul on Lewandowski as he and Wells were going at it. For Lewandowski, it'll be his 3rd personal foul. Sacred Heart with the basketball. Now it's knocked free, but Lewandowski's going to get another foul. Coach Pickering didn't like that call. Ball out of bounds for the Knights. Inbounds to Hines. Hines has it blocked, and Garrett comes away with it. Garrett down the lane. A lot of contact there. The ball is loose. Now a long pass ahead to Hines, who fell down as he was receiving the pass. Now Wells puts up the shot that's short. Ball's loose on the floor, and now we're going to have the stoppage in play. We'll have a held ball. Things getting rugged here with 3:25 to go in the ball game. Ben Mars checking into the lineup. Also, Mason Brown sees his first action of the day. Players wiping up some perspiration after bodies were sprung all over the floor. Down in the Bennington paint, meanwhile, the running clock continues to run. The lead now less than 30, but once it hits 30 points, the running clock begins and does not shut off except for timeouts and injuries. So we're down to 2:40 to go in the ball game. Garrett brings it into the front court. Back up top, Lewandowski, long 3, lays on the rim, falls off. Offensive rebound. And there will be a traveling violation. Cole Casper left his feet, wanted to pass, nobody to pass to, came down with the basketball. Turnover number 12. Only 3 in the second half for the Bulldogs. Final 2 minutes of this one. The Sacred Heart Knights will join the Lady Knights this weekend in Elbing, Kansas, Berean Academy. There's a foul. We're called against Cole Casper. That'll be his 3rd. Benches are emptied by both coaches. Just over a minute and a half to play. Making sure we got 5 players on the floor for each team. Ben Mars will throw it in, does so in the corner to Brown. Brown's 3-pointer rattles off. Rebound pulled down by Saskowski. On the far side, again, Saskowski goes to the basket, scores the basket, and will go to the free throw line. Three-point play opportunity coming up here for Saskowski. On the way, and good. Boy, the energy in the building, you'd think this was a nip and tuck ball game. Credit both schools and the fan bases for cheering on their teams. This area rivalry with schools just 22 miles apart. Now for the final 20 seconds. Mason Brown will dribble, now gives the ball off to Carrico. Carrico back to Dortzweiler. Back up top to Brown. Brown will dribble out the final 5 seconds of this one as the players shake hands on the floor. And the Sacred Heart Knights don't score a point in the fourth quarter, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to the Sub-State Championship game, which will be Saturday at Marine Academy in Ilbing, Kansas. The Knights will be taking on either Solomon or the Classical School of Wichita to see who goes on to the state basketball tournament. Again, your final score today, Sacred Heart 56, Bennington Bulldogs 32. Our postgame show, the Commercial Tire postgame show, starts in 90 seconds. This is Sub-State Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
This is the Commercial Tire postgame show on our video stream from Sub-State Basketball featuring the Sacred Heart Knights and the Bennington Bulldogs. Hey, we also want to say thanks to the Billings Group. Fans, don't forget you can check out the Salina Post Facebook page and S-Post Sports on Twitter throughout the postseason to see video highlights from all around the area, proudly presented by the Billings Group. And our thanks to Salina Regional Health Center. They're hiring. See their open positions and start your new career with Salina Regional by visiting srhc.com. Well, a big second quarter, which will go down as our smart play of the game today, presented by Vernon Jewelers, or smart play rather, presented by Smart Insurance, located in Salina, Abilene, and in Harrington. The Sacred Heart Knights putting together a huge second quarter, up 7 points after one quarter of play. Dominated quarter number 2, putting 23 on the board while allowing only 8 for Bennington, pushing the lead to 38-16 after the first half of action. And Sacred Heart, frankly, coasted the second half. They still outscored Bennington in quarter number 3, 18-9, but did not score in the fourth quarter. But the second quarter will be our smart play from Smart Insurance with locations in Salina, Abilene, and in Harrington. Well, looking at a net stat sheet, the Knights shoot 49%, so some of the misses late. They missed their last 5. They hit only 1 out of their last 9 from the floor, and that brought their shooting percentage down under 50% for the game. 21 of 43, that's 49%. Bennington Bulldogs 12 of 41 for 29%. Both teams shot free throws very well. Bennington 5 of 6 for 83%. Sacred Heart 8 of 9 for 89%. So not a lot of free throws, but those that were tossed up there from the 15-foot stripe went in. Turnovers actually relatively even in the contest. Bennington with 12, 9 turnovers for Sacred Heart. Rebound numbers, defensive rebounds, a big deal for Sacred Heart. Again, more missed shots by Bennington, allowing defensive rebounds. The Knights come away with 22 defensive and 3 offensive rebounds, so 25 rebounds total. 17 and 4 is 21 rebounds for Bennington, so a slight advantage for the Sacred Heart Knights there. As for our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game, we're going with Will Tuttle in this one. Tuttle, a particularly strong first half of action. He finishes the night with 22 points and 4 3-pointers, but he had 15 of those 22 at the intermission. Will Tuttle, our gem of the game from Vernon Jewelers today. Taking a look at the scorebook, Tuttle leads all scorers tonight. He has 22, 12 for Noah Hines, 7 points for Luke Coland, 5 for Dom Matucci, 4 for Maddox Wells, 2 for Benjamin Disbarger, and 4 points for Colton Sprague. For the Bennington Bulldogs, no one in double figures. Isaiah Grant, their team's leading scorer, led the way with 9, just a penny shy of the double digits. 6 for Aiden Lewandowski, 5 for Cole Casper, 4 for Jackson Kidd, 4 for Derek Kendall, and 3 for Gavin Saskowski, rounding out the scoring for the Bennington Bulldogs. Final score today, 56-32. The Sacred Heart Knights will advance to Marine Academy, where they'll play Saturday in the Sub-State Championship game. Lady Knights play Friday at 6 o'clock. They'll take on Conway Springs for a trip to the state basketball tournament. Back to talk with Coach Gromley in 90 seconds. This is Sub-State Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Bennington State Bank.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maori.
Back courtside at Sacred Heart High School, joining us, Brian Gormley, coach of the Knights. And Coach, second quarter is where we put this one away. I show a 23-8 advantage in scoring in the second quarter. Obviously that's big, but to score 23 points, you probably had some defense in there too to hold them to just 8.
Yeah, you know, our guys did a really solid job for 3 quarters, maybe even 3.5 quarters tonight defensively. Bennington made some nice adjustments, trying to get Garrett's and Lewandowski some post-ups in the second half. Made it a little bit harder. But, you know, our guys were really good on the perimeter all night tonight defending, and we battled as hard as we could inside. So even with Ben, you know, in foul trouble early, our guys still did a good job around the bucket on defense.
It was just, again, an all-around team effort. Almost everybody scores. Your double-digit scorers, looks like they were in double digits again tonight. Just kind of one of the things that the Sacred Heart Knights do. Plus, you get the rebound, and you're down the floor in no time. I look down at my score sheet, and I look up, and I miss a basket.
Yeah, you know, we're not an overly big team, but we are pretty fast, and we have a lot of guys who can handle it. So, and, you know, they grab the rebound, they're pushing it, and the other guys are supposed to get out ahead of the ball and space the floor. So they do that really well. When we're at our best, you know, we move it quickly, we get ourselves some space, and then we try to attack. And those guys, for the most part tonight, until about midway through the third quarter, did an excellent job of that.
And you talk about attacking, you get into your offensive end. Even your little guys, they're not afraid to drive the ball and go down among the trees and make things happen for the Knights.
No, as a matter of fact, you know, when you talk about Luke Coland, Maddox Wells, and Dom Matucci, that's a strength of their game. They get downhill to the rim and put pressure on opponents. and they get to the free throw line. They create other opportunities. Plus, we spray the ball back out. When you're spraying it to Noah Hines and Will Tuttle, good things can happen.
What else did you like about your team's performance tonight?
I like the minutes that Ben Mars, senior, playing his last game here, gave us in the first half. He did a couple of unknown, unseen things, sealed off a few guys for create some good layups. The freshman's playing with confidence out there. He just had a couple of looks in the second half that could have gone down, usually do for him, that kind of rimmed out tonight. But, what I like the fact is that our guys are getting after it on the defensive end and making every possession tough for the opponent.
You mentioned a couple of your seniors. You do have several seniors on the squad. This is their last game at home, but not their last game of the season. Tell us a little bit about the seniors as a whole. You got, 5 of them here, I believe?
Yes, sir.
5 seniors. Them as a group, what's special about those guys?
Well, those guys have, and they realize the value of the underclassmen who are playing with them, and they make practice competitive and fun on a regular basis. Luke Colin's kind of been our guy over the years who he does that. He knows how to talk a little bit in practice to get guys going, and plus he has a great smile, and he brings that out. Will's going to do what Will does, and those other guys all support him. Mason Brown and Ben Mars, they've been coming off the bench and fill minutes for us all year. And, what's great about those guys is, behind the scenes in practice, even working with our JV guys, they do a great job. And Ben Disberger, and he's the man in the middle. And you saw tonight even a few times, he just stops things with his chest. And when he does that, he's an awfully tough defensive player.
Coach, another nice win tonight. You are off to the Sub-State Championship game, so good luck in that one, and we look forward to following the Knights as they go on and play this Saturday at Elbing, and its opponent to be announced, whether it's Classical School of Wichita or the Solomon Gorillas. Good luck to you.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you guys for covering us. We really appreciate it all season.
Very good. Brian Gormley, their coach for the Sacred Heart Knights. Again, they win it tonight 56-32 over the Bennington Bulldogs, and they will be going to the Sub-State Championship game. They'll be played Saturday at Berean Academy. Time will be announced, as will the opponent. We do know the Sacred Heart girls are taking on Conway Springs at 6 o'clock Friday at Berean Academy for their Sub-State Championship game. Hey, thanks for being with us. Thanks to all of our sponsors. This is the Commercial Tire Postgame Show. Our thanks to producer Brian Dennett, our statisticians, Annette Gearing. I'm Randy Gearing. Remember to be just enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own, and do have a terrific week.